Growing up, my family, we really kind of pushed for kind of Catholic and spiritual values, and my faith really took off when I was probably around 18 when World Youth Day came to Toronto, because that's an element of the faith that I just wasn't used to. Well, we went to church often and we did a lot of things together, and it was great. You know, my mom's very supportive, and you know, my brothers were all very different, so that we're always interacting on different levels. And at the end of the day, like, my mom would always have these like life lessons that related to the Bible or, you know, one of the teachings from the church. So it was always like ingrained in us growing up. What changed was that, you know, part of me was just used to going to church and then just, you know, praying every night. But then after World Youth Day, it made it clear that you could live your faith and that it didn't just have to be, you know, once or twice a week kind of thing or just like internal. You could actually express it in your actions with people, in the way you treat each other, and in the kinds of goals and stuff that you pursue in your own career. When I try and live my faith in my own entertainment aspirations, I mean comedy, hip hop, improv, motivational speaking, whatever happens to come up, you know, I prefer to keep things clean, because by doing so I really feel like that I'm honoring my faith, my beliefs, and I do believe that God honors that as well, because when I started doing that and I started to pursue it more on that level and try and keep a positive message in my activities, I found that they went further and that more doors started opening up, and a lot of this started happening after I started living my faith in my own personal life. I'm actually taking environment and business at the University of Waterloo. At this moment, I am working on a project with the Government of Grenada, the University of Waterloo, and we're going to be running an international conference on green entrepreneurship in Grenada in April 2008. This is one thing that I guess I had to learn from experience, because every time when I think about living God's will and I read the Bible stories and such, it just seems like, you know, and this could happen with people, you know, I'm not going to rule it out at all, that you'll be living your life a certain way, trotting along, and then all of a sudden God intervenes and like everything changes, including like your passions and your interests. You know, I thought that maybe that's how things could happen sometimes, like God will reveal His will through time. One way I didn't look at it was that maybe He already gave us these passions and the things that we've carried with us since we're young, things we've always wanted to do, that He could reveal His will through us if we pursue those actions with the proper, you know, motivation and putting Him first and then pursuing the actions. I choose to live my faith in business, but not just like ethically, like with the decisions I make, but in the type of business I choose to run. So as my interests are in international development, I'm interested in, you know, going overseas, building homes, or focusing on local economic development, something that would reduce the poverty, but, you know, raise the income to bring people out of poverty so that they can, you know, focus on other aspects of their life as well and live their dreams too.